In 2020, we saw an extraordinary shift in how investors invested. Across every industry, you see a widening gap between the best performing companies in industry and the worst performing companies in industry.
Okay. Well, the door was open. Well, I want to understand what BlackRock's doing. I mean, you got your big black vehicles here. Larry Fink's on the board. So what are you guys here to do?
Patrick, can someone help, please?
Are you running away? Ezra Levant here in Davos, Switzerland. The whole town is being transformed into a kind of Disneyland for billionaires and oligarchs. There are pop-up stores or pavilions. Behind me is the one for BlackRock. BlackRock normally doesn't have this building here. It's just a temporary design. BlackRock, if you don't know, is an enormous hedge fund. They have over 10 trillion with a T dollars worth of assets under management. They're enormous. They've got both sides covered. They're into war, investments in Lockheed Martin and General Dynamics, and investments in peace afterwards to rebuild the country once it's been leveled. Their CEO, Larry Fink, is on the board of trustees of the World Economic Forum. So you can bet that the policies promulgated by the secretive conclave here in Davos do whatever is best for BlackRock's shareholders. And Larry Fink himself is a bit of an ideologue. You'd think a billionaire like him would be a turbo capitalist, but BlackRock is actually a major proponent of cultural Marxism. Although they themselves, as I mentioned, are deeply invested in military companies, and he promotes cultural Marxism, environmental extremism, and he actually weaponizes the investments that he oversees.
The differentiation between company A and B in every industry is really changing how investors are beginning to think. And we're seeing now valuation shifts. And that is because of companies' role in their stakeholders and how they are building a better community around their stakeholders.
So it's amazing to me to see them at the World Economic Forum, which claims to be about doing good for the world. I have to chuckle because these ominous big black Mercedes vans with the tinted windows here, that's not very environmentally sustainable. There's no electric vehicles here. We walked in earlier. I mean, the doors open. We saw people coming and going. They are extremely secretive, as is all of Davos.
Patrick, can someone help, please?
Help what? Hi. Hi. I don't know. I'm talking. She won't talk to me. I don't understand. Okay. Well, the door was open. Well, I want to understand what BlackRock's doing. I mean, you got your big black vehicles here. Larry Fink's on the board. So what are you guys here to do?
So I need to go. You approached me, so you're forcing me to go.
Okay, where are you going? Where are you going? Are you running away? I mean, my questions are so gentle. They will put on a prepared presentation for you, but they won't answer any questions like, why should billionaires and oligarchs be developing policy, foreign policy, domestic policy, environmental policy, social policy in secretive clubby meetings in Switzerland in some ski resort? Who gave them a seat at the table? And when they talk about global citizenship, who died and made Larry Fink the king? He's just a money manager. Since when did we elect him to write policies under which we all have to live? Listen here, I just arrived in Davos, and we'll be here all week talking, if we can, to the oligarchs. I don't think we'll get a lot of FaceTime with them. We'll be given the bum's rush. But if we have a chance to buttonhole some important people rather than just their flax shooing us away, we'll do our best. Until next report, on behalf of all of us here at Rebel News, I'm Ezra Levant, and to see all our reports, please go to wefreports.com. If you like what you see, you can also chip in to help cover our economy class accommodations. The World Economic Forum bought up every single hotel room and Airbnb here in Davos. So we're actually staying in a town over in the economy class Airbnb as a big group. If you want to chip in, please go to wefreports.com. Thanks. I'm here in Davos, Switzerland, along with my colleagues from Rebel News, including Avi Yamini and Callum Smiles, and we'll be joined by Calvin Robinson. We'll be here all week reporting on the secretive World Economic Forum. To see all our reports or to chip in to help cover our citizen journalism costs, please go to wefreports.com.